What's up, you guys? It's Dr. Farouk here again, and today we're going to be talking about debt. For the most part, for most people, it's a four-letter word that conjures images of overdue bills and sleepless nights. But for the wealthy, debt is a tool, a secret weapon for building wealth, creating opportunities, and even saving money. They figured out how to turn liabilities into assets and use borrowed money to generate more and more money today and every day. Today, we're going to uncover 7 clever ways that rich people make money using debt. By the end of this, you'll see why wealthy don't fear debt, they embrace it, and who knows, you might even start looking at your own credit report with a little less dread after this. Hey, what's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Farouk, and I'm here to help you achieve financial independence, build wealth, and live life on your terms. If you're ready to take control of your finances and your future, you're in the right place. I'm a first-generation immigrant who started with literally nothing. My journey began in high school with a simple t-shirt business that I grew in high school and later sold in college. By the time I turned 30, I had done over $10 million in gross sales and launched multiple successful businesses in retail, fitness, e-commerce, and even consulting. Today, I live life on my own terms, and I'm excited to teach you how to do it too. On this channel, I share you the tools, the strategies, and the mindset it takes that help me build success from the ground up. Whether it's real estate, growing a business, or tackling financial challenges, you'll find actionable steps, real-world insights, and the motivation to create your dream life. If I can do it, so can you. So hit that subscribe button and join me as we work toward financial freedom, step by step. Let's build your legacy together, and let's jump back into today's topic. So number 1 is leveraging real estate debt. Rich people have mastered the art of using other people's money to grow their own wealth. And nowhere this is more evident than in real estate. When buying a property, they rarely pay the full price up front. Instead, they use a mortgage to cover most of the cost, allowing them to control a very valuable asset with only a very small down payment. This is called leverage. And here's why it's so powerful. When property values go up, they benefit from the entire appreciation, even though they only invested a fraction of the purchase price. So for example, if they buy a $500,000 property with a $100,000 down payment and it appreciates to $600,000, they've effectively doubled their initial investment. And let's not forget rental income. If they rent out the property, the tenants essentially pay off the mortgage while the owner pockets the appreciation. Think of it like a seesaw. On one side, you've got a small initial investment, and on the other end, you got the full weight of that growing asset. The trick is to make sure that your tenants, not you, are doing the heavy lifting. Number 2, we have using low interest loans to invest. The wealthy are pros at spotting cheap money. When interest rates are low, they'll borrow at those rates and invest the money in higher yielding opportunities. This is called arbitrage. And it's a very simple way to grow wealth. And here's how it works. Imagine they take out a loan at 3% interest and they invest the money in the stock market, which historically returns 7 to 10% annually. The difference, the spread between the loan's cost and the investment's return, is pure profit. And it doesn't have to be the stock market. They could invest in real estate, private businesses, or even other debt instruments that pay higher interest. It's like borrowing money from a friend to buy concert tickets, then selling the tickets for double the price. You pay your friend back and keep the profits. The key here is discipline. They don't blow the borrowed money on liabilities. Instead, they let it grow in assets that produce even more wealth over time. Number 3, we have business debt for expansion. When it comes to building wealth, the rich understand one golden rule. You have to spend money to make money. Business debt is a perfect example of this. Wealthy entrepreneurs take out loans to expand their operations, launch new products, or even enter new markets. The debt is used as a fuel for growth, not as a band-aid for poor cash flow. Take Starbucks, for example. Howard Schultz famously borrowed millions to grow the coffee chain into the global powerhouse that it is today. The loans allowed the company to open new stores, hire more employees, and dominate the market. The end result? It's a multi-billion-dollar empire. The wealthy also use business debt to take advantage of economies of scale. By expanding strategically, they lower the costs and increase profits, making the debt not just manageable, but highly profitable. It's like borrowing a shovel to dig for gold. You're not focusing on the debt, you're focusing on the mountain of wealth you'll create with it. And number 4, we have the tax benefits of debt. And here's a secret most people don't really know, that the government loves debt. Well, certain kinds of debt at least. Mortgages, business loans, and even some investment loans come with tax-deductible interest. This means that the wealthy can reduce their taxable income simply by borrowing more money. For example, let's say someone takes out $1 million mortgage and pays $40,000 in interest that year. If that interest is tax-deductible, they can reduce their taxable income by $40,000, saving thousands in taxes. It's like the government saying, hey, thanks for participating in the economy and here's a discount on your debt. This strategy works best when paired with investments that generate income. The tax savings effectively lower the cost of borrowing, making the returns on the investments even sweeter. It's like using a coupon to buy something that's already on sale. It's a win-win, and it just feels so good. Next, we have number 5, which is buying businesses with debt, or LBOs. Here's where things get a little fancy. Leverage buyouts, or LBOs. This is a strategy private equity firms and wealthy investors use to buy entire companies using mostly borrowed money. They identify a business with strong cash flow, take out a loan to buy it, and then use the company's own profits to pay off the debt. It's like buying a vending machine with borrowed money and using the quarters from the machine to pay back the loan. Once the loan is paid off, they still own the vending machine and all the profits are theirs. This strategy allows wealthy individuals to control large businesses without tying up their own capital. It's risky. If the business doesn't perform well, they could lose big. But when it works, the rewards are massive. Some of the world's richest people made their fortunes this way. Next, we have number 6, which is debt recycling. Debt recycling might sound like something you do with old credit cards, but it's actually a sophisticated wealth building strategy. And here's how it works. Let's say someone has built up equity in their home. Instead of letting that equity sit there doing nothing, they refinance their mortgage to pull out cash. Then they reinvest that cash into income producing assets like dividend stocks, rental properties, or even more businesses. The result? They're turning dead equity into active investments that generate returns. It's like turning a dusty old attic into a fully functioning Airbnb. Suddenly, what was just sitting there is now making money. The wealthy love this strategy because it's a way to make their assets work even harder for them. And because they're using debt to invest rather than to consume, they're building wealth instead of liabilities. It's the financial equivalent of flipping pancakes. You're taking what you already have and making something even better out of it. Next, we have number 7, which is using debt to protect assets. For the wealthy, debt isn't just a tool for making money, it's also a shield for protecting it. And here's how it works. Instead of selling valuable assets like stocks or real estate when they need cash, they actually take out loans against those assets. This allows them to access liquidity without triggering a taxable event like capital gains. Think of it like borrowing from yourself. If they own $1 million in stock, they could take out a loan for $500,000, keep the stock, and still benefit from any future appreciation. Meanwhile, the interest on the loan is often lower than the tax bill that they'd face if they sold the stock. This strategy is particularly popular among billionaires. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, for example, have both borrowed against their stock holdings to fund other ventures. It's a way to stay rich while still having cash on hand for new opportunities, or the occasional rocket launcher too. Debt isn't inherently good or bad. It's how you use it that truly matters. The wealthy understand this better than anyone, and they've turned debt into a powerful tool for creating wealth, growing businesses, and protecting their assets. The difference between them and most of us is the mindset. Where others see debt as a trap, they see it as a ladder. So which of these strategies do you find most surprising? Are you ready to rethink how you use your own debt in your own life? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even turn on those notifications for more content just like this. And remember, debt isn't your enemy, it's your opportunity. So let's get smart about it and use it wisely.